Now, coming to David's point about that we have a lot of learning to do. Yes, we do. And like you said, we are fortunate. See, I've said this on my podcast. We are fortunate to be at the back, okay? Because we can learn from the people in front, okay? Now, David said the West didn't have that opportunity. No, that's when I say I disagree, because they did, okay? They learned from the ones in front of them at that time, okay? Now, has the West exploded the progress? Yes, okay? But the starting point from there for them was from the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, the Islamic civilization.
Yeah.
Okay. See, because science during the 8th to 12th century was the Islamic civilization in Baghdad. A lot of work they did. And the Europeans took all the books from that, and then they used it to to progress science. Okay. Now, I was going to mention something. You said something about
while you try to recall, can I just quickly
go on.
Interject? And I love the fact that you've been able to mention some of these, real facts about them having someone to look up to.
Yes,
definitely they learned from the old Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
Before the Ottomans,
No, certainly. Yeah, certainly. But what I was just trying to say was this: they learned at the time of conflict.
Yeah.
They learned it was the whole transformation was not as a result of a desire to develop. It was as a result of a desire to survive.
Yeah.
And I think that's different for us about Africa at this point. Although we've got social conflicts happening in different parts of Africa, like look at what's happening in Sudan currently, what's happening in Ethiopia. But nonetheless, we actually at a state where we are not influenced by by conflict to drive development. We've got more countries who operate a free market capitalism on the continent, where anyone can start up a business, put a price on their products and services, and then they'll sell without the influence of the government. Now, that is not an opportunity that most of the they have to fight their way through that. They have to fight their way against communism. They have to fight their way against socialism and all of that. But we don't have to go through that. That's basically the point I was trying to make. So I feel that like for us now, it's the world is getting open. Everyone is taking sides. Well, some are with the West, some are with the the East. That's the sort of the communists and all of that. But at the same time, like we can say for a fact that global trade has played a huge role in opening opportunities for everyone. I'm here in the UK. I can easily choose to patronize a small scale, of fashion entrepreneur in Zanzibar, right?
Yeah.
And I get my goods over to me, and that's actually those are some of the opportunities that are available for us. So it's our ability to harness some of these, these new opportunities in a way that, not in a conflict-driven way, but in a sane state, such that we're able to scale up. We don't have to lose out on the law.
Good. Now, what I was good to mention, economics. You mentioned economics. See, and that's why I mentioned that people need to read economics, because a lot of young people I talk to do not understand globalization. Do not understand that what drives the majority of actions of human beings is economics. Okay. And without understanding all these things, you don't need to be an economist, but you need to be inquisitive to know things, okay? History, economics, to understand why did this happen, okay? Yes, you mentioned that Europe developed under pressure of conflict, okay? And that's how the civilizations have developed up to now. Now, we cannot afford to do that because the weapons of war right now are devastating. So we must not go that route. We can, rather than go in that in that conflict zone, we can look at what has these people done, what do we want to copy, and copy them. Right now, I hear a lot of young Africans. In fact, I might say the majority of those I see online hate anything capitalism. Okay, they hate globalization.
That's debatable as well.
Okay. So my point is this. For me, I try to understand why they do that. Okay, and what I've found is that most of them do not understand how things work. See, I used everyday food we eat in Nigeria as an example with a young lady. Do you know that majority of the food we eat today in Nigeria, and we think they are our food, our local whatever, but most of the plants were brought by our colonial masters. Mention most banana, plantain are not African. Yam is ours. Cassava is not African. Maize, corn wasn't African. They came. They were brought by the British. Okay. So my point is this: we need to read, because once we read things, we understand those things, our animosity towards anyone will decrease. Because for me, I do this. I talk about Africa a lot, but my goal, my ultimate goal, is for humanity. We can learn a lot of things from other people. And the only way we can learn from other people is to see things the way they are. Right now, Africa, we have a lot of conflict between tribes, and outside Africa with other people we think have done us wrong. Yeah. So what do you have a point? Do you have a comment on that?
So I think I'm going to hand over to Mika first.